When you hear the sound of the bell, you know you're in the championship rounds with King, of Essex. Let's get to it. Fight week recap. We know what happened last weekend, and we do know how. Sandy Ryan defeated Terri Harper by fourth round TKO. Don't be confused, ladies and gentlemen. Terri Harper is a world-class fighter. She is still the current 154-pound champion. So those that might be complaining about Ryan being too big and too strong, Harper came down to fight Ryan. All right. That said, what is next? Now, you notice the corner change for Harper, excuse me, for Ryan. Um Kind of reminded me of a little bit of Mikaela Mayer 2.0 with the body shots. The way she hooks to the body, goes around the fighter's guard, very, very much Mikaela Mayer-esque. I like the fact that people are even now talking about Sandy Ryan and Mikaela Mayer. However, I think there's still too much. And yes, Mayer deserves, we like to say fighters deserve, she deserves another title shot. But no, Ryan has a certain trajectory that she's invested in, and it's those titles. It's becoming undisputed. That is the theme. That's the storyline in which we will follow Sandy Ryan. So the Mikaela Mayer fight, maybe in the title fence after unification or something. But no, not now. Now, what we need to see is, all right, I hear some people talking about a unification against Natasha Jonas. I love Natasha Jonas as a fighter. I love what she's done. Natasha Jonas, come get this work, baby. Come get this work. It's about to be over. Come get this work. Um, yeah, I love to see that fight. Yeah, and I wonder, see, Sandy didn't even get a chance to switch southpaw. So I'm wondering against Natasha Jonas, who's a natural southpaw, will Sandy switch southpaw? Will she stay disciplined? There's so many things to see, and I love the fact that she is taking, she took rather a good fight with a veteran in order to test out this new style and some of the new technique that she's been working on. So love that win, love what she's doing. Even Chantelle Cameron has been mentioned as an opponent, which is cool. I don't know if Sandy will get the credit for that, but could be a good title fence somewhere along the way. Obviously for me, now granted, say we do, Cameron moves up and we do a title defense or a title defense against Mayer. Personally, I want the Jonas unification, and then Sandy can sit out and wait for the winner of Jessica McCaskill and Lauren Price. So that's what I'd like to see for Sandy. I think she's earned that right. And if all those chips fall into place, then it'd be a hell of a story to watch. Now, speaking of stories, those of you that watch True Detective series, I don't personally, but I know exactly who the hell Kali Reis is. Um, Former unified 140-pound champion before the aforementioned Chantelle Cameron, long, long, long ago. And long, long ago, about 2018, this was on the undercard of a Triple G and Valle-Estrada Rosen fight. Kali Reis fought at the time, the undisputed welterweight champion. See how this all ties together? Cecilia Braekhus. Hell of a fight. That fight got elevated because one of the title bouts fell out or something. So fight ended up drawing 1 million viewers during its airing. So it was a very historic moment, very entertaining bout. Now, these two ladies are talking about getting it on once again in a rematch. Um, it would only be or strictly be for the money, of course. Reese coming off with a lot of, I think she was nominated for an Emmy or a Oscar. I don't know how those awards work, but getting a lot of high praise for her acting role. And Braekhus is still in the fight game though. Although she's got those movie star looks, some would think. Right. Um, it will be for the bag, for nostalgia, because Braekhus is on that trajectory, trying to get, you know, I think she's mandatory for Natasha Jonas's title. Who's she mandatory for? Yeah, she's mandatory for Natasha Jonas's title, but I think it's Jonas's title at 154. I don't know. But be that as it may, one Cris Cyborg has interjected herself into that conversation. So um I don't know, very interesting. The nostalgia of it. I don't know if enough people know about the original bout for it to be that nostalgic, and then there's kind of nothing on the line. However, you talk about Kali Reis coming out of retirement to fight Cris Cyborg. That's the kind of, money fight, that you want to make if you're going to come back, to the ring, so um from one Brazilian to another. I mentioned Cris Cyborg, and now I'm talking about Beatriz the Beast Ferreira, who will be fighting for the vacant IBF 135-pound title against, what is Shorty's name? Beatriz Ferreira. She is fighting against Yanina Lescano. All right. She's Lescano, that is a common opponent with Caroline Dubois, so this has some storyline to it. Also, due to the fact that Dubois turned down this title fight in favor of a unification, I think down the line with Rhiannon Dixon. That's what she's going to be looking for. Um, but yeah, I understand why, at 135, Ferreira is being avoided. A hell of she came in the game doing the 3-minute rounds. All right. So that shows you where her heart, her intent, and her nickname is the Beast. Does she fight like one? Yes, she does. 4-0, 2 KOs. Lescano, on the other hand, is 14-3 with 4 KOs. So should be an entertaining bout for as long as it lasts. All right. Let's move on to the fight week. There are some things that are happening. We already know there's an undisputed title bout, but I want to talk about something that may be a little bit under the radar, and I'm talking about one Miss Oshae Jones out of Toledo, Ohio. Yes, she will be fighting this weekend, I believe, on the Elijah Garcia card out of Atlanta on Friday. She's in there against Sonia Drielig. Now, Jones is 5-0 with 1 KO. This is actually a rematch. Jones made her debut against Drielig, and Drielig is a good fighter. She's 6-4. Mary Spencer, the contender, right? 154-pound contender that lost to my girl, Femke Hermans. Yeah, she stopped this young lady, Drielig, but Drielig is tough. She's a tough fighter, 6-4, and I think she's on a bit of maybe a 1 or 2 fight streak. So listen, we know the depth isn't what we want it to be in women's boxing, but this will be a great showcase for Jones, and she's in 154-pound division. So there's Femke Hermans, I just mentioned. Now, again, I don't know if Jones is ready for a title shot, but I ain't saying she ain't ready. But I want to lay eyes on her to see what she's all about. Yeah, so you guys need to do the same thing, right? Shout out to Toledo, Ohio, getting on the map. Ohio definitely does breed some great fighters. Now, moving on to the drool of the weekend. Man, I've been waiting for this fight for so long, and here it is. Yoka Valle, the dimple. I love that the persona that she's crafted for herself, a traveling champion, a fighting champion. 27-2. 2 of those losses were in back-to-back attempts to get the title. One against Tiny Tina Rupert and the other against Fujiyama out of Japan. But listen, and she went against Tiny Tina when Tina was 7-0. All right. Became a champion, got about 10 or 11 title defenses, and here she is facing off against the undefeated Yoka Valle. Excuse me. Damn, I'm tripping because I got Yoko on my mind, baby. She's facing against Sedisha Estrada, 25-0. Estrada is a hell of a champion herself, undefeated. She has the win over Tina Rupert. But between us, we can talk about resumes, but let's talk about the fight and what I think is going to happen, because people have asked me, and I don't know if I've declared it emphatically. I'll talk not in great detail, but here's what I know. I know that Yokasta is definitely the more active fighter for sure. Estrada's been on the shelf for about 8 months. Not to say that she's been inactive, but just not fight ready. Certainly she's been training and preparing herself, as all great champions do. Lives a very clean lifestyle. Valle, on the other hand, like I said, is a traveling world champion. She's used to it, always in the gym. And she's got a particular win that I find interesting. Yeah, Estrada's got the win over Marlene Esparza. You know what I think about Esparza and her duck moves. the win that Valle has over Evelyn Bermudez, who's now the unified super flyweight champion, that's a very significant win for me because yeah, those types of tough fights on the road being the B-side. That's essentially what happened with Valle when she fought Evelyn Bermudez. You know, she was the B-side and she came in and won. And then she vacated the belts and Bermudez went and got him back. But that kind of and Estrada's been under all sorts of pressure as a champion and she's had her various experiences, but you know, I just think that there's something about having already lost at this level and really having nothing to lose and the pressure of you know, feeling like you can't lose. Yes, I know Estrada's all about the Mamba mentality, man, but you know, couldn't do shit against LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's a battle of champions, and if it sounds like I'm biased, maybe I am. Again, I think Estrada's a great champion, but I just think that Valle has been the fighting champion. And when it comes to tactics and the technical stuff, um, I just want to see how Estrada responds when Valle is walking through her punches and landing her own combinations as well, trying to land a lead, you know, a lead right hand. And, you know, it's going to be a very interesting fight with the 2-minute rounds. I mean, I'm telling you, this one could be razor close, or it could be those moments where Valle hurts Estrada and then she tilts around in her direction and comes out of the undisputed. I need to see it. I need to see it. There's lots of other boxing action. I mean, even talking about tonight, you know, nothing on the women's side, but just in all. But you know what? Women's boxing is boxing. The boxing is our thing. So, we out of here. This one's done in the can, ladies and gentlemen. Join me for the next one. Also, catch me as I'm making the rounds. I may pop up on TBV, pop up on Drunk Sports Talk, and of course, I'll be here with you guys for what else? Women's Boxing Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. Drop a like, share this content, pilfer it and pass it off as if you are your own expert. I don't give a shit. Just spread the word on how good boxing is.